Hi, pond enthusiasts. Today, I'm visiting a job we built a few months ago on the ASU main campus. This is an old building that was built back in the 1940s, and they're remodeling it. It's the Life Sciences building, full of snakes and reptile displays of other kinds, and also they have a large population of paquito pupfish that are native to the basically the Organ Pipe National Monument area and towards Yuma. They live in shallow little pools of water in the heat, and they're a very important species because scientists are wondering how they're able to survive being in this shallow brackish water in the middle of the desert with no circulation, very little air, and they're actually used in cancer research for melanoma research, which is kind of neat. But let me show you what we built for them to start with, and we're actually in the middle of the project, so I'm going to take you through this door and we'll see what we see. This is the center atrium area for this project, and as you can see, there's still a lot to do. But one of the things that they wanted to get done right away is they wanted a research pond built. And their research pond has 3,000 paquito pupfish in it. Let's see if I can get some on camera. It's a little tough now because we're suffering a little new pond syndrome here. And so the water's a little greenish. But I can see fish swimming around here. I don't know if you're going to be able to or not. I'm going to try and glide in on them here a little bit and show you what is so interesting about this. There's one right there. That is a male desert pupfish that's guarding that area. He wants to bring in a mate and breed. I understand the breeding's already taking place. They put in 3,000 pupfish. The transplant shocked, something went wrong, and they dropped about 1,000 in a small fish kill. But then the 2,000 that were left have already spawned, and they think they've got somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 fish in here now. And they're all endangered vaquito pupfish. And we set this up with lots of different elevations for them. And the center of the pond, even though it's not very wide, we actually had to cut very exacting shelves in here. The center area is 4 feet deep to protect them from the cold, because it gets colder here apparently than in their native habitat. So they wanted deep water for that, but it's obvious that the fish, for the purpose of spawning, like having the shallow shelves to spawn on. There's the system. It's got very little flow to it. It's not the kind of thing the pond gnome generally builds. We are actually going to be doing a demonstration pond that will land out in this area right here. They're gonna open these windows up and put in a doorway. There'll be a bridge here, and there'll be a sitting area right in this corner. And then our demonstration pond, which is going to be built the pond gnome way. They want it to be pretty, unlike their research pond. This is going to be a dividing wall that's going to divide the research area here from the demonstration area over here. So one of the challenges we had was this right over in here. This is our skimmer wet well pump vault system. And the biologists that designed this pond were very concerned with the fry, the tiny little fry, getting into the circulation system. They didn't want that to happen. So that was one of our challenges, was to design a skimmer system that would not allow the fry into the pump area. Let's go take a look and see what that looks like. So a couple of things we did to protect the fry in this pond. One is we set up this filter system, and we used AquaBox panels to create slots. And in those slots, we set filter pads, as you can see, that can be pulled up one at a time to clean. And while one's being cleaned, the others are still keeping fry from making their way into the pump vault. The other thing we did was our overflow system. We didn't want a pipe that would allow the fry to get out of the pond. So what we did was we put a raised side on the pond and we used cap block, but we didn't mortar it together. We left the slots in between the caps so that if the pond should overfill during a heavy rain event, water will slide out through the cap work without giving the fry the ability to get out with the water. You get back over here, the pump's in here, the plumbing comes out this way, and we set up an overflow system so if they have to drain water out, they use the same pump that's used for the circulation, and they'll just open ball valves and drain the excess water off into the dry well over there. Neat stuff. So this is not necessarily the way I would set up a pond for a backyard. It's not particularly pretty. It looks like a lap pool to me. But this is a research pond, pure research. You got 8-inch shelves, you got 12-inch shelves, 16-inch shelves, 32-inch shelves, and then a 48-inch basin. It's very, very structured, very, very geometrically equal and level and balanced. And it's designed for pure research, not for aesthetics. The aesthetic pond will be over here on the other side of the wall in about 8 months to a year. We'll see. Stay tuned. We'll show you that one when it gets finished, hopefully before the middle of next year, summer of 2023. Y'all have a good day. Happy pondering.